What's up, Walking Albert? I'm great today. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the serial killer Jeffree Dahmer and the show called Dahmer. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to Jeffree Dahmer. The most, interesting, not interesting, but the most funny fact about Jeffree Dahmer is that apparently he worked at a chocolate bar factory. Apparently he would take a dead human head to work with him in a suitcase, then put it in his locker at work. Apparently it was for his lunch, I heard. Today's video, we are definitely going to show some videos about Jeffree Dahmer because I have a personal computer that we are going to use. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to block the camera and prevent you guys from seeing me, but let's even get my mouse out. Or wherever the fuck it could be. Don't worry, I found it. Yeah. So the Bluetooth is not on my computer, which sucks, but it's the truth. So the mouse will not work. I was about to say the mouse. I meant to say mouse. But yeah, we're gonna use the computer. So yeah, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I am typing. Okay, so it is gonna be tricky because I can't put it in front of me like this, because then that blocks the view of seeing me. Because it's if you guys want to listen to me talk, you guys gotta be able to see me. See where I'm. You know what else is exciting? It's not on topic of what we're doing for this video, but I want to let you guys know I'm 17 now. Yeah, this is my first YouTube video at the age of 17. Okay, it's crazy, but it's the truth. But I'm already 17. We should definitely discuss some facts about Jeffree Dahmer maybe before we do some videos. I really don't know which one we should do. Over this summer, I actually watched every episode of the Dahmer show because I love that show so much, and yeah, I just can't believe there's a lot to that show to talk about. So it's I can definitely make a video where for the whole video we are just straight up having a conversation about Dahmer, the show. So it's on Netflix, which I have Netflix on my TV, which is right there. I watch it. There's only let me look up how many episodes there are. We're gonna have to do some research for this video. How many episodes of Dahmer are there? Wow, so across the decade, 17 boys and young men were murdered by convicted killer Jeffree Dahmer. How did he evade arrest for so long? Wow, this literally says it right here. Probably won't see it, but because yes, it is on my Chromebook, but so you're probably not gonna see it in the camera very well. I'm very sorry to say it, but you're not. Um, so I can't find like an absolute answer to how many episodes of the show there are on the internet, but it sucks. Bluetooth is off, so I can't use my mouse, which really sucks. It's so much easier to use my computer with the mouse. And I keep getting these dumb notifications saying Chrome OS now, device disk space critically low. It's crazy. I actually have 2 computers, if you didn't notice. That's only though because I have a school one and a personal one. We're using my personal one because I don't need to talk about the school one on my YouTube videos or need to show it. So we are doing this research on the personal one right now, which I cannot bring this one to school because they said that they can't connect to Wi-Fi. Apparently now that they don't allow like cell phones, they don't allow other personal devices. So yeah, but we're gonna look some images up and show you guys maybe some images. I'll do one image of like the fictional Jeffree Dahmer. So the Jeffree Dahmer in like the Dahmer show, he's played by Evan Peters. A lot of people don't know who Evan Peters is. I only do because I like the Dahmer show, so I see Evan Peters dressed as him in that whole show. It's weird. The real Jeffree Dahmer did not have like a light blonde hair. He did have blonde, just like the fictional one, but it was a more dirty blonde than the blonde like this fictional dude has. If you're wondering. But yeah. So I'm going to even show it to the camera. This is the fictional Jeffree Dahmer. That's what he looks like in the show Dahmer. But yeah. If you're wondering why I'm showing a picture of him that didn't really look much like him. Okay, that's a little better. Just sit closer to the computer and the desk. Okay. So now we're going to show one picture of the real Jeffree Dahmer. And no, he did have blonde hair. Just not as light colored as the one in the fictional show. Maybe we should show multiple different. There's a lot of different. Like I could show like what he looked like as like a child in high school and as an adult. I'd love to. So I was able to find one. Pictured in 1978 reverse high school yearbook. Jeffree Dahmer. This is him as like a child in high school. Weird. Looked a lot different than he did in either one of the show or as an adult. Weird. That is his high school picture. So it's weird that he looked a lot different. But don't even write in the comments why did he. Because there's really no reason. It was just an accident. Let's... This is the real Jeffree Dahmer, but as an adult. So that's him. So it's saying Jeffree Dahmer American Crime Story Set 2. That must be some book that I'm looking at. This picture really looks like the cover of a book. It's really weird, but it's true. It does. So now we're going to exit out of it to avoid accidentally paying for it. Because I don't have money on my account, so I can't shop online. So if I did, it would be probably stealing someone else's money or something bad. But don't worry, I already exited out of that picture. I was just even going into it to show the picture. So the tragic end of Jeffree Dahmer.
Forgiveness of sin.
So he was baptized.
Congratulations, Jeff. You're saved.
Did you really eat their flesh?
Yes.
What made you do it?
I was lost.
The Lord spoke to me, Donald. He asked me to punish you for all the innocent lives you took and families you destroyed.
Whoa, he beat him to the ground. That black guy beat Jeff to the ground. And Jeff literally is now leaking blood all over the floor. And literally his face on this side is covered in blood. It looks like this side. It's really this side, just the way I'm watching it. The way the camera would have been.
I'm getting baptized.
Oh my god. Why is it restarting? So we're gonna have to rewatch it. I was just pausing it to say something about it.
Forgiveness of sin.
I don't know what to do. God Almighty, Heavenly Father, you got to talk to me. You got to tell me what to do.
Congratulations, Jeff. You're saved.
Did you really eat their flesh?
Yes.
What made you do it?
I was lost.
The Lord spoke to me, Donald. He asked me to punish you for all the innocent lives you took and families you destroyed.
Whoa.
I'm getting baptized.
Oh, it was almost over. Never mind. Maybe it was just almost over. So I'm sorry if you had to hear the same thing repeat itself over and over. So I just got a text. So I'm responding to a text on here because I can't on the phone. Oh.
These words from Jeffree Dahmer will haunt you.
I was branching out. That's when the cannibalism started.
That's
Eating
the real
heart
Jeffree Dahmer talking.
And the arm muscle. It was a way of making me feel that were a part of me.
These words from Jeffree Dahmer will haunt you.
Now I'm going to play a different one. We're going to play Aladdin. Know what else was exciting about Jeffree Dahmer? Apparently my Uncle Richie told me that about 13 years ago at the hospital, he met someone who was friends with Jeffree Dahmer. I don't get how. But apparently my Uncle Richie told me that on the phone. That he did. I mean, the person he met could have been lying. He said it was a girl. At first he actually said it was someone who dated Jeffree Dahmer. No, Jeffree Dahmer was gay. And I even had to tell my Uncle Richie. I was like, no, Jeffree Dahmer was gay. And my Uncle Richie was like, really? He was? And I was like, yeah. But apparently, My uncle actually didn't know Jeffree Dahmer was gay till I told him this year in August. Because apparently he met some girl at the hospital 13 years ago who was friends with Jeffree Dahmer that left him when she found out he was a cannibal. I understand. I would never be friends with Jeffree Dahmer in real life. He is interesting, Lorna. He's a terrible guy. I mean, yes, guys like Adolf Hitler or Osama bin Laden are worse. Like, way worse. Because they had more power than Jeffree Dahmer. Jeffree Dahmer wasn't that rich and he didn't have much for power. But he was infamous, so he did have a little more power. But yeah, we're going to watch a lot of shorts about Jeffree Dahmer that are just small scenes from the show or from in real life. Ah. The Dahmer show is dirty, so if you have little kids, don't let your kids watch it. And I'm just being honest.
It's okay, Mom. We got it.
What? A plate of meat. Is that human meat? Oh wait, if that's Jeff cooking it, that is human meat. What the fuck? He's putting a piece of human meat in his mouth. Wow. He was literally cooking a piece of human meat on the stove with some oil. Then he picked up a piece. Then he took a piece with a fork and then put it in his mouth and ate it. Nobody wants to eat long pork. And long pork is human meat, just so you know. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm giving this young man a blanket. And I am staying down here and watching him until he wakes up.
You don't have to do that.
And if this young man is sick, I am taking him to a hospital. Do you understand? Well, drinking is what you were doing, and God knows what else.
It's fucking unreal!
You watch your mouth, young man. You want to go up to your room, fine, but I am staying right here. And you can bet your sweet baby your father's going to hear about this.
Oh my god. Why the fuck is he literally willing to bring some black guy who's like into his grandmother's house to kill him in there? If he really wants to like hide it and be sneaky, he should literally do this in his own house or do this somewhere not at like a family member's house. He literally in this little show I'm watching, he's literally showing like some black guy sleeping in his grandmother's living room, and he's lying to her that that's his friend. No, that's really his friend, meaning foe. And yeah, she literally is just being sweet and nice and helping that black guy out, Jeff's grandmother. Because, no, Jeff gave that guy alcohol and put drugs in the alcohol. And then he's now, like, sleeping and basically as active as a dead person. Like, he can't even see, hear, or feel touch, like, at all. He can't even taste or smell. He's, like, fully disabled. That's because Jeff Dahmer gave him so many drugs and alcohol at once that he's now passed out. And he's now knocked out. Crazy. And his grandmother just wants to help him, and she's giving him a blanket and staying down to watch him. No, that's a helpful thing to do. That's a nice thing to do. But if Jeff really wants to like kill him and drag him with no one knowing and no one seeing him, he needs to do this in his own house. Like, why the fuck is he doing it in his grandmother's? She's going to find out and see it. And if she sees it, she's going to want to help him. Yeah, I don't understand Jeff at all in this episode. Or in this scene of this short that I'm watching on my computer right now.
You're so worried about him, Grandma. Don't you call an ambulance? Oh. I know why.
young man.
So we're just going in order of the way they're put on this computer.
If I'm such a bad guy, then what are you doing here?
My family needs the money, and you said you'd give me $100.
And other things. What the fuck is he talking about? It's such bullshit. Caps and everything, you know, my teachers, it's like everybody's...
So in this video, he's with the Asian hitchhiker, Synthesymphone. That's a very weird name. No, that's actually his last name. Konarak Synthesymphone is the Asian hitchhiker who's only 14 years old that he's with right now.
Everybody's had it out for me since forever. You just decide you're a bad guy and there's nothing you can do about it. Got their minds made up, you know. Hey, giving your brother $100 too, then he runs off and lies to the cops. It's like, screw you then. I don't need that. You know, man, I just bought your brother's farm and I'm gonna give you money. And all I wanna do is take some pictures.
Okay, give me the money then.
No, first we gotta do the photos.
No, give it to me now.
23. Give that to you now. And I'll give you the rest when we're done. Otherwise, you're just gonna run off like your brother. Cops are gonna say I did stuff I didn't even do. Go ahead, I'll drink up. Got that for you. You're not even drinking it. If I'm such a bad
Wow.
guy, then...
He was giving the Asian hitchhiker who's only 14 alcohol with drugs in it. Who the fuck gives a 14-year-old alcohol with drugs in it? That... Wow. I'm really not mad.
Grandmas, we're gonna have one
I
last
just like
thing
to be
for
honest
you.
with this video. These
And then when you get out,
videos.
you're gonna get a place of your own. Because we're at our wits' end with you, Jeff.
So in this
Our
short,
wits-
Jeff and his father are in the vehicle at night. It's not really night, I guess it's like dawn or dusk probably. It's dim out, meaning like dark blue sky.
Then,
Ruth's just gonna take about another 10 minutes.
You want another beer? Yeah, thanks.
You know, Jeff, it was your grandmother who paid your bail, okay? $2,500 is a lot for her. You're gonna be expected to pay that back.
This whole thing was a setup. All I was doing was some photography. Quiet. No more hobbies for me, I guess. Enough. Where's that box? What box? Don't play dumb. Your grandmother has a box with all my stuff in it. Photos, ribbons, all my accomplishments. And I want you to give it back. Go get it. No, she gave it to me.
God damn it! Jeff!
Get it. Fine. You gonna follow me? Yes, I am. Where are we going?
I don't get why the spooky noise that they're in when Jeff was handing the thing, his grandmother gave him back to his father. His father's first name is Lionel, if you're wondering. So we're gonna skip this one that just has two girls on the cover. That one probably doesn't have anything to do with Jeff. Wait, I think I already watched that one. No, I skipped that one. Then watch the next one, then now we're gonna watch this one right here. Probably can't see him, so you're behind that. That's which one I'm picking.
Hey, you guys are getting some help this morning.
So this one, he's mopping the weight room floors.
Sure.
Yeah, in real life, when you're in prison, like, you know how Jeff's in prison, in this little short I'm watching right here on my computer, you know, in real life, excuse me, they can have you work in a prison. Like, prisoners, apparently they don't make very much money. I heard they make, like, 10 cents to a quarter an hour, and they only get to work, like, 2 to 4 hours a day. They can work, like, every day. I could be wrong, but I do think they can work every day, all 7 days a week if they wanted. They apparently can only work, like, 2 to 4 hours in a day, in one day. They can only make, like, 10 cents to a quarter an hour. So it literally means they could make only 1 quarter in 2 hours, or half a dollar in 4 hours. Or maybe they could make, like, $1 in 4 hours. I'm not joking. They make about 10 to 25 cents an hour. Technically, it said the most was 10 to 30 cents an hour.
Fine by me. Gonna clean the locker rooms. Well, let me handle
And if you're wondering how they make money in prison, they have a prison account on a Chromebook. And they give you like a prison Chromebook. And they'll usually give you like a prison account. That's what I think. I could be wrong. That is what I believe. That's how like they have you make money. It's like they'll give you even like a prison ID with like a picture of you on it. And like they'll have money inserted onto it the more you work. They don't give you like cash. But they don't put on like a credit card or debit card or on a gift card. It's just like on your prison ID, I do believe. Because I do believe they give you like a prison account, a prison Chromebook, and a prison card for an ID with like money on it and a picture of you on it. Like the schools do. Like I have a school ID, it does not have money on it. So don't even ask me if it does. Because you all know the answer is no.
Jesse?
Dude, don't cry for him. Dude murdered his wife, stabbed her in the face 5 fucking times, and tried to pin on 2 black guys. Ain't that some shit? But ain't nothing compared to what you did, though, Dahmer. So you didn't just murder them. You desecrated their bodies and cannibalized their flesh. Answer me, dog. Did you really eat their flesh?
Work duty.
Now we're going to watch a different one.
Hey.
So we're going to watch a lot in today's video. If you're wondering what we're doing for the whole video. There are definitely a lot that I don't really care for. There's a little video called Dexter Morgan versus Jeffree Dahmer. And I don't get what that is, why it's saying it. Okay, there's a Ted Bundy versus Jeffree Dahmer and Charles. I don't know who Charles is, but
I've met a lot of men who were motivated to commit violence just like me, and without exception, every one of them was deeply involved in pornography without question. The most common interest among serial killers is pornography.
The person to blame is sitting right across from you. That's the only person. Not parents, not society, not pornography. I mean, those are just excuses.
What do you think about what he said about pornography? Pornography? I've been looking at it all my life and it hasn't affected me anything.
I've met a lot of men who were motivated to commit violence just like me, and without...
this might be the last one. Okay, there's one right here that could be a good one. Well, there's a video called Dahmer Monster, the Jeffree Dahmer. There's also one show called Why Dahmer Was Killed by This Man. Showing some random black dude. Yeah. I don't know which one we should play. I'll go with the Dahmer Monster, the Jeffree Dahmer. Then the one that's showing some random black dude saying why Dahmer was killed by this man. Yeah, this first one, we're gonna do this one here. Wow. Glenda Cleveland saw Jeff walk out of his apartment, and she literally just gave him such a look, and she literally is now scared of him, running back in her apartment, locking it so he can't come in. I mean, she didn't say it, neither did he, but I'm assuming she's only like, locking her door to her apartment so Jeff can't come in. That's probably why Glenda is keeping her apartment locked now. Apparently Glenda becomes afraid of Jeff. I always thought she liked Jeff. No, she does not. Which is just crazy. She lives behind him, in the apartment behind him. And if you're wondering why sometimes in this video I licked my lips, I do it because they feel dry. It's a habit. I mean, everyone's licked their lips at some point, but you really shouldn't do it. It does dry your lips out even more. It's a bad habit to get into. So at the very beginning, that guy Tracy has his words is running out of Jeffree Dahmer's apartment, asking for help. This is just in the show, so it's not really Tracy Edwards or Jeffree Dahmer, but he's literally running out of Jeff's apartment. Yeah, I did not mean to spit while saying it, so I sprayed it instead of said it. I would rather say it than spray it any day of the week. But that guy Tracy Edwards was literally running out of Jeff's apartment, saying, "Help me! He tried to kill me," and he's running as fast as possible, trying to get away from Jeff. No, I understand it. Okay, I can't find the one I was planning on having be the last notch, so never mind that one. Wait, there's an animated one I'm gonna watch this one. This will be the last one, no matter what.
This is the story of the greatest serial killer ever to step on planet Earth. Meet Jeffree Dahmer, a name that chills down your spines. His story starts by approaching young men. He basically invites his victims to his home for a simple drink. Once his victims walked inside his apartment, he drugged them and strangled them to death. But his horrors didn't end there, as his horrors continues by preserving body parts of his victims as trophies, and he claimed that he even ate some of the body parts. Dahmer's crimes came to an end when a brave escapee alerted the police in 1991. When officers checked Dahmer's place, they were shocked, as they found body parts of 13 different men. Dahmer was arrested and was sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms in prison, totaling 957 years. This is the story of the greatest...
If you're really confused on what they meant by 957 years, they meant he's never getting out. If they say like 900 life sentences in jail, they don't really mean for 900 more years like they say. So they don't really mean what they say. It's confusing and weird. It just, 900 life sentences is a more saying than literal. It means like you're never getting out. Unless you escape on your own, which is rare. I mean, apparently the other serial killer, not Jeffree Dahmer, this is off topic of Jeffree Dahmer, but apparently the serial killer Ted Bundy, who was apparently famous as like the straight version of Jeffree Dahmer, apparently escaped custody twice. I don't even know what custody is. So don't even put in the comments saying, what is custody? I don't want to hear it from any fans. What is custody from any one watching the show or any fans of mine? Because I don't know what it is. And that's the final answer. But apparently he escaped custody twice. And it was by jumping out a window. And after the 2 times of escaping, he was in an electric chair. Ted Bundy's last words were, "Give all my love to my friends and family." Jeffree Dahmer's last words were, "I don't care if I live or die, go ahead and kill me." Who literally says, "I don't care if I live or die, go ahead and kill me"? That would not be my last words. I really don't know what my last words would actually be if I was actually a serial killer. Don't even write in the comments saying, what would your last words be if you were a serial killer or Edward Uniqua? No, I don't want to hear it. Because I don't know what they would be. But some other facts of Jeffree Dahmer. So apparently he killed 17 boys and men. He would eat them and cook them and cut them up. He would even store dead bodies in his house, which he lived in an apartment building, which made them really hard to hide. I already know where he would hide them. In his fridge, in his freezer, in his bathtub, in a drum inside his bedroom, one on top his bed, under a blanket. So that's 5 places I know of right now, off the top of my head. Plus 1 in a pipe, which is 6. So I already know, I'll repeat them without the fingers. Fridge, freezer, bathtub, on bed, under a blanket, in a drum, and in a pipe. Which were literally the 5 or 6 places I just said. was where he would store the dead humans, which, well, his neighbors would smell them because he lived in an apartment building, which made them really hard to hide. So he didn't have like an attic or a basement or a yard. He didn't have a front yard or a backyard. He didn't have a shed or a garage of any kind. He didn't even have like his own driveway and a vehicle. He had nowhere to hide them except in his furniture. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting facts about Jeffree Dahmer. Apparently he was molested as a little child, which is crazy. Because once I heard one man who made it to escape Jeffree Dahmer, stole like $300 and some really expensive t-shirts from him before he left. Which is weird. That blows my mind. I don't know why you would steal shirts and some really expensive shirts and $300 from a serial killer. Yeah, I don't get it. Who would do that? To me, that would just make me even more frightened, more worried about being killed by them. But, today's video is all about the Dahmer show and the serial killer Jeffree Dahmer. And, apparently when he first went to prison, he was 900 life sentences. He was so terrible, other prisoners killed him. I mean, prisoners are already never nice. There's a lot of negative stuff about prison. I mean, apparently I heard that people get raped in prison, like, all the time. Even though men and women have separate prisons, and there's a reason. It's because they don't want children being made in prisons. That's why men and women have separate prisons. That's also why, because kids can go to kids' home, which is jail for, kids from 11 to 17. Boys and girls have separate kids' homes. They do it so babies cannot be made, which is not a joke. They literally only separate boys and girls with juvie. They only separate boys and girls so babies cannot be made. They only, with regular jails or prisons, they only separate men and women so babies cannot be made. But I heard that male prisoners will rape other male prisoners even if they're straight. Female prisoners will rape other female prisoners even if they're straight. That's how bad they sometimes will feel forced to have sex in prison. It's disgusting and terrible, but no, it's true. I heard from the internet that it really doesn't matter whether they're straight or not. Men in prison rape other men in prison, no matter what. Women in prison will rape other women in prison, no matter what. Apparently, they feel like they're so away from the opposite gender for so long, they literally feel forced to have it. I mean, they can't rape cops, so I understand. Cops have too much protection on them. It would be impossible to not get caught raping a prisoner. So I understand the male prisoners raping the other male prisoners, because they can't rape female cops, okay? Cops, whether they're men or women, they'll have a lot of protection on their clothes that protect them and could stop a prisoner from raping them. They wear a lot of protection. They also wear, cops wear bulletproof vests so prisoners can't shoot them. And so prisoners can't stab them. It's weird. Plus, male police officers have to have their hair really short. They pretty much have to have no hair at all or a buzz cut. They can't have, almost any hair at all. And if any, it has to be really short. It's so, prisoners can't yank on their hair and stop them. And if, cops are women, they can have as long a hair as they want. But if they've got, hair certain lengths or longer, they have to have, a bun or a ponytail. And yes, the bun or the ponytail is so prisoners can't just yank their hair and stop them. That's why, as, a female police officer, you have to have a bun or a ponytail at all times. Or it, tucked inside your hat. Meaning all covered up by the hat. Meaning, yeah, prisoners are not even allowed to be able to see hair on cops, apparently. Apparently, they have to take away, the ability for prisoners to touch their hair of any kind. That's pretty much why, as a female cop, you have to have a ponytail or a bun. Male cop, you gotta have it cut really short. And, yes, to look professional. I mean, to be a prison guard, male prison guards have to have really short hair. That's also to look more professional. I have a great aunt on my father's side that apparently was a prison guard. And no, because she was a female, she did not need really short hair. If I was a prison guard, I would have to have really short hair, which would be sad. They would not let me have as long a hair as I have right now. And even if they did, they would make me have a bun or a ponytail of some kind. They probably wouldn't, though, because I'm a guy. They'd probably tell me to cut it off. Which would be sad. So I'll never be a prison guard or a police officer, because then I'll have to chop all my hair off and have it really short, if not none at all. There's a lot to today's story. I'm very sorry. But yeah, the Dahmer Show is now one of my new favorite shows. Over this summer, I became quite obsessed with Jeffree Dahmer. I mean, one fact I find yucky was, yes, I do think it's yucky. And I do hate the fact that he was gay and he only killed guys. And he only killed guys he thought were cute. No, that's like an official fact. Okay. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.